Hey, good morning, world. How y'all doing out there today? I'm Marcus L. Lewis, and I come to you to continue to share with you my message, my life journey, and my rag to riches story, wherein I just want to inspire someone, to motivate, and to encourage someone that if God did it for me, He'll do the same thing for you. But also, I want to encourage you that you have to learn to dream big, to no longer settle for mediocrity in your life. Because I believe, based on my own personal experience, that God has so much more for all of us. But what I believe also is that not only do we place limitations on ourselves, we put limitations on God. Okay. You have to have faith. It's going to take faith for you to be able to navigate through this life, especially when you believe in God for the near impossible. But of course, the Bible lets us know that all things are possible if you only just believe. So you have to have faith. You have to believe that the very thing that you are anticipating God to do for in your life, that it will happen. It shall happen. And you have to act as though you're already in that place. Okay, let me give it to you like this. My faith philosophy is this: act like you got it before you get it, so when you get it, you already got it. And you have to faith it until you make it. Again, faith it until you make it. Because faith allows you to be able to see it before it's even manifested. It's kind of like being like a great artist. Think about Rembrandt or Picasso. When you see the finished painted product that's on the canvas, understand this: you're not getting the original version. The original version of the painting is the one that was already painted on the canvas of their mind. So what that artist has done, they've taken the impression that they have visualized in their mind, and they took it and put it on the canvas. So what you're getting is a duplicate of what was on their mind. So the original version, you'll never receive. And that's how faith is. You have to see the finished product before it's even done. And so that's how it has been for several years in my life. And that's how I continue to walk by faith now. Because what God has allowed to occur in my life, for considering where we came from to where we're at today, is all by faith. It's all by faith. And let me let you know a little secret. When you're walking by faith and believing God what appears to be an impossibility in your life, just know, even though it may feel as though sometimes that you may get a bit discouraged, no, don't get discouraged. Continue to walk it out by faith. Continue to visualize the very thing that you believe in God to manifest in your life. And I guarantee you, in due time, in due season, it will come to pass. It will come to pass. And so it was for my wife and I, as we were continuing this faith walk, if you will, faith in it until we make it. So, as I told you on the last segment, how I was grappling with this dark place in my life, and was eventually able to crawl out of that dark space. Because when you're down, you can't stay down. You have to muster up enough strength. You have to keep your hope intact that if I can just make it through this, I'll eventually get to where I'm trying to go. And so that's how I was. I had to just continue to stay within myself. The place that I was currently in, this dark place, that there was a bright side somewhere. And I remember growing up in the church, there was a deacon in the church. He would sing this song that there's a bright side somewhere, that he can see the sun peeping through the clouds. And for many of us who were in dark places, perhaps you may be in a dark place right now, I want to encourage you that there's a bright side somewhere. Because if you just hold on and hold out, you will see the sun peeping through the clouds. And so my bright day eventually came. 2013 and 14, around about 2015, as I told you previously, enrolled into seminary, struggling with the curriculum and with the assignments, but we were able to get back on track. Eventually, graduating from seminary in 2015. And so even with the market crash starting to level out a bit, we can eventually start to see the bright side, because we will continue to walk in by faith and not by sight. And so around this time frame, we move into this over $500,000 home. And at this particular time, we were preparing ourselves for something greater, for something bigger. I told you in a previous segment, so I mentioned to my wife, will you believe God with me for something better? And so we move into the $500,000 house, over 5,000 square feet. Man, just sort of blown away, even by the fact that you're able to see yourself, where you believe in God to be, considering where you came from. So, as I mentioned to you in times past, never despise small beginnings. Because every episode of your life, every step that you take in life, He's just preparing you for the very thing that you're believing Him for. Again, He's just preparing you for the very thing that you're believing Him for. So even when you can't see your way, you have to walk by faith and believing that the way is already going to be made. And so we settled into this place, outside swimming pool, pool house, 5 bedrooms and 6 bathrooms, and really can see ourselves sort of living this lavish lifestyle, the lifestyle of the rich and famous, if you will. But still, humble enough to accept the fact that God has allowed us to navigate through some trying times in our lives, and to be able to be in a very comfortable place in our lives. But I want to share something with you. Never get too comfortable. Never get too comfortable, because oftentimes when you're in a place wherein you have gotten complacent and comfortable, you never leave yourself room for growth. Always leave room for growth. So even when you think that you have made it, when you think you have arrived, never get comfortable. Because that place that you have found yourself to be comfortable in, guess what? You have said that, I'm not believing God for anything greater. I'm satisfied with where I am. No, never get complacent, never get satisfied. Always continue to grow. Always see yourself further and beyond where you already are. Yeah, continue to dream big. Continue to keep your sights on something greater than where you already are. Why? Because the greater one lives on the inside of you. Greater is He that's in you than he who is in the world. So don't settle for where you are. Continue to dream big. My motto, what has been thus far. If you're not going to dream big, don't dream at all. Get yourself out of that small box. Get God out of that small box. And think of a plan. Think of something that's beyond where you are, wherein you have to stretch out on faith, wherein you have to continue to walk by faith and not by sight, wherein you have to fake it till you make it. Yes. So I hope somebody's encouraged by today. Hope someone was enlightened by today, inspired by today. Dream big. Faith it until you make it. Because oftentimes, the very thing that you're believing God for is right at your fingertips. But we lose hope, we lose faith, and we give up. And once we open our spiritual eyes to see, it was just a hand reach away. So be encouraged on today. Continue to dream big. Like the video, share the video, wherein somebody can listen and be encouraged and inspired as well. You can make it. Yes, you can. Dream big. If you're not going to dream big, don't dream at all. God bless you.